I really can't think of too many other things I would enjoy doing as much, never mind more. But spending your life taking an amorphous material and turning it into something beautiful that people want is a very satisfying way to spend your time. I was exposed to stained glass in high school, my last year of high school, and I ended up pursuing that as a full-time profession for about 8 years. And I started getting a little bit bored with stained glass. And I wanted to try glass blowing, which I'd become aware of. So I tried a summer course, got hooked, left university with a fine art degree, and went back to college to learn to blow glass with the intention of blowing glass to earn my living, which I've been doing now for about 29 or 30 years. Just the sublime natural perfection that you'll see in nature would be a good example of what I'm striving to do. I want to make something that has a value of design that is timeless, and at the same time has some sort of a freshness to it. And you find that in nature. You find it, whether it's a spiral of a seashell, whether it's the way that a tree looks.
My profession is I'm a glass blower full-time. I give lessons here at Bern Gallery and do custom orders. Glass blowing because a friend of mine was actually coming up here to check out the apprenticeship, and I didn't really know much about it. I kind of just went along for the ride, and when I came up here I watched this glass blowing for probably like 4 hours, and after that I was just like really intrigued. I knew that I definitely wanted to try. I was working a construction job building above ground swimming pools. I did that for I think 7 years. Well, I was kind of at a pivotal moment in my life where I was I wasn't sure if that's what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. I knew it was decent money, but it wasn't what I wanted to do. I definitely got bitten by the bug. I didn't know if I was going to like it until I tried it. And I watched for days before I even tried it. And then once I tried it, this is actually harder than what I thought it was.
We live in a little village, have a glass shop downstairs, our gallery upstairs, and sell glass across the country as well through wholesale shows to other areas. I did a lot of ceramics through high school and into college, and liked it, but I never would have done it for a living. And so I ended up, there was a ceramics studio, and I was working in it doing glaze testing, and they had a little window out the back that gazed into a glass shop, and I spent most of my time just watching the glass shop, and it looked far more interesting than what I was doing. So walked in and talked my way into class halfway through the semester, and it's been 30 years now.
I started with stained glass just out of high school. I worked with the stained glass for maybe 3 or 4 years. I took some additional classes in stained glass at that time and found out about hot glass or three-dimensional glass. And that sounded so much more exciting to me at that point in my career. So I went out to Pilchuck Glass School in Washington and did a month-long class out there, and I just loved it. It was so exciting and vibrant, great material to work with. So I knew I was hooked at that point.
I mean, I think the first thing that interested me was just the working process was really exciting. And I think glass is a little bit different than most other mediums in the sense that you have these time parameters that you are within. If it gets too hot, you're going to lose it. If it gets too cold, it's going to crack, you're going to lose it. I think that's either a way you really like to work or you don't. And I think that really caught me in the beginning, is it was so immediate, and the results were things that you had to make your decisions, jump on them and go and live with them at the moment.
My name is Garrett Wheeler, and I'm a full-time assistant for David and Melanie Lepla at the Mad River Glass Gallery. Basically, up until the point I discovered hot glass, determined that I was going to go and work for the family business, which is laying asphalt and concrete. It was about sophomore year, I had really really kind of kept the glass blowing at school as more of a hobby to my parents. And it wasn't until sophomore year that I really came to them and asked them and told them that it was something that I wanted to pursue more as a hobby and more as just an extracurricular study at college. And they were a little apprehensive at first due to the fact that they know most artists just struggle to make a decent living, but they have been very supportive of me, and I think are very proud that I got into something that I truly enjoy. And I think that's what any parents really hope for their kids, is for them to find something that they really enjoy in life. And as long as it makes them happy, everything else is secondary. I would like to continue to kind of travel and meet different people from different walks of life. So as for the time being, I'm going to stay put right here in the Green Mountain State.
I really enjoy the challenge of creating detail and coming up with something entirely new that no one else is doing.